Hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday Wits. Well, hello everybody. Weather's warmed up and it looks as though spring might be on its way, but as with usual British weather, this might be a little bit of a lulling into a false sense of insecurity. However, the frogs are in the pond croaking away and busy bonking, and I have now got my cardigan on rather than a jumper because it lets the fresh air in, as they say. So yes, this is Icelandic Cardigan, which I adapted from a jumper pattern, and I got the yarn when Miss W and I went to Iceland for a holiday, and they sell wool everywhere, including Netto and other supermarkets, and it's about the cheapest thing in Iceland because everything else is quite expensive, but not as expensive as Norway. So that's that. So this week Boris has spoken, and with a lot of recent announcements, things are a bit weird and not quite clear. So at the moment, I'm having a discussion with the lovely Sheila at the United Reformed Church, and they are considering when they think they can open. So there's some debate about whether they can open on the 12th of April or the 17th or whenever it is, the end of May. It all based around, I think, what is deemed a community centre and what deems as mixing and how many people can mix. So I will let you know as soon as I have any dates for any courses and put those out on an e-newsletter and also on social media. So look out for that. So that'd be exciting if we can do that, won't it? So that's the classes and COVID and all that kind of stuff. And if you saw last week's edition, you'll know that I went to have my vaccine last week, and I did have my vaccine. Had a bit of a sore arm, but everything else was fine. So that's fab. So let's get on to the knitting and crochet. I haven't been doing a lot of crochet this week, but I have been doing lots of knitting. So there we go. As you know, I've been knitting a cardigan for my friend's birthday, so I'm now on to the sleeves. And here you can see 106 rows of rib. Yes, 106 rows. Anyway, I got there in the end, but now we're on to the shaping. So I've done lost 2 stitches, done the underarm shaping, and now I'm on to the rest of the shaping, so that's good. And you'll see that I use a stitch marker to help me identify when to stop decreasing. There's lots, when you're increasing and decreasing, it's always good to break down your pattern and either write it in a notebook or use stitch markers to show you when you've got to various places, because that all helps to stop you going wrong and having to undo things, because we don't want to do that, do we? Because it takes a lot of time to do that. So as I was knitting, I had bought this to do as the collar, but I think it's going to be too light, too contrasty, so I wanted something darker. So I then went on and bought that, which I think is a lot darker and is going to suit much better. But of course, if you just buy one ball of wool, then you get charged a lot of postage for it. So I had to buy some more yarn, didn't I? So I have bought some of this. This is more summer light cotton, and I was inspired by the Rowan pattern book I'm working from, the cardigan, and so I thought I would do that one there. A nice summer top, so you can see there. So that will be for after I finish this. So obviously mustard is my colour, so you see it matches there. And that will be nice to wear in the summer that we're going to get, or the spring. So that's my new yarn. So some of you might remember that I knitted a lovely crocheted blanket with sea animals on, with seals and walrus and crabs and things like that. And it was for a baby we're expecting. Well, the good news is that the baby has now arrived. His name is Charles George Edward Woodcock. And so today I went down to the post office and posted off the blanket. So hopefully Charles or Charlie will be enjoying that in the near future. So it was a lovely blanket. I really enjoyed knitting it, and it was with the West Yorkshire Spinners Bo Peep baby yarn, so that was nice. So anyway, so that's nice that that's gone off. So we're now awaiting the second birth, also in the similar part of the family, which we're expecting next week. So hopefully I can send off another blanket there as well. So I think that's all for me this week. As I said, I haven't really been doing much more crochet because I've been stuck into this cardigan. So I hope you are having a good week. I hope you're doing lots of knitting crochet, and if you aren't, you're keeping meaningfully fully busy, and looking forward to when we can all meet again, albeit in April or possibly May. And do share with us what you're doing, because it's lovely to see what you're up to. That's all for me this week. See you next week. Bye.